I'm finally making this video. I feel like I've talked about making this video at the beginning of this journey, and now I'm actually making my 1 month update video, and it kind of feels surreal because not only has it been a full month, a full 30 days of me figuring out how I'm going to recondition myself, my mind, my habits to this new way of life, but also 30 days of seeing my body change, seeing my face get smaller, my waist, my arm, seeing the numbers on the scale get smaller is also just, it's such a fulfilling feeling, because if you've been in my position before, then you ultimately know exactly what my experiences have been like trying to lose weight, but it feels like everything is working against you. Let's talk about it. If you're new to my face, hi, I'm Naomi and I'm 32 years old. I've been struggling with my weight for as long as I could remember. Even as a child, I was very aware of my weight, very aware that I was a little bit more chubbier than my cousins or my friends. So I was hyper aware of my weight. So I've always been trying to either lose weight, always been trying to watch how I eat, just always been trying to fit in some sense of the word. And it just made me very cautious, very conscious of what was going on with my weight and my body, even at an early age. I've lost weight so many times. And I know someone here understands when I say that I have lost weight, gotten the body of my dreams, only to gain it all back because I didn't have either the discipline, the self-control, the necessary relationship with food that I needed to have to ensure that my weight loss was sustainable, or just diets, fad diets, quick get slim quick schemes, all the things that you've possibly seen on the internet, you've heard of over the years. I've probably done it. And I just got to a place where it just felt like this was my last opportunity, the last straw. This was my last resort to get a hold of my life, to get a hold of how I saw myself, how I wanted to see myself. I just had enough. And I decided that maybe a weight loss procedure would be something that I'd be interested in. So I started my research, started the journey in figuring out what this possibly meant, what I was going to get done, how would that work for me, the pros and the cons. Is this something that I was comfortable doing? Is this something that I would even be comfortable with talking about on the internet? Is this something that I could afford? So many things came into question, and I was super happy when I came across a very interesting procedure called the Suture Sculpt. Real quickly, Dr. Batash, come to the front. Let me just say right now that I'm so grateful for my doctor, for the fact that this procedure even exists. Because if you have never heard about the Suture Sculpt, let me just quickly give you an idea of what the Suture Sculpt is. The Suture Sculpt is basically a non-invasive way to shrink your stomach.
So what we did is we completed a suture. We went from the front part of the stomach here. We went across, so that's what narrows it. Then we come up, that's what shortens it. And then we go back to narrow it some more. We actually decrease the volume of the stomach by about 20%. And we do more and more with each suture.
I'm sure you've heard about the balloon before, where a balloon is inflated in your stomach to basically minimize how much you can eat at a time. The Suture Sculpt, it's a procedure that basically reduces your stomach with absolutely no cutting, which means that the downtime is much faster. Honestly, I'd say that the first 3 days for me was the hardest, but after the third day, I was pretty much able to be doing my regular routine with some adjustments, because, you are basically going to have to retrain your mind, your eating habits, your overall habits in your life. You have to make that readjustment. But physically, I was fine. Mentally and emotionally was where I had work to do. I got the Suture Sculpt done on December 1st of 2024. It's officially been a month, a little over a month since the Suture Sculpt. I started at 227 pounds and today I weighed in at 200 pounds. So officially within a month, I've lost 27 pounds. And the only thing I had to do was to not overeat. And I have to mention this because that's something that Dr. Batash talks about a lot. Whether you watch his videos or whether he's talking to you in person, one thing he definitely reiterated was that he can fix your stomach, but he cannot fix your mind. He can make your stomach smaller, but he cannot make your eyes smaller. For example, I eat with my eyes all the time. I see a bunch of food and I want to eat a bunch of food. So I fill my plate with a bunch of food, wanting to eat the whole thing. And before I got the procedure, that was exactly the type of relationship that I had with food. If it's on the plate, I'm gonna eat it. And the only way I'm stopping is if I'm completely stuffed. That's unhealthy. That's not the type of a relationship I wanted to have with food, which honestly was made easier because of the resources that came along with the package that I picked when I got my procedure. Not only did I get a smaller stomach, but they have a complete 3-week diet plan to get you prepared and readjusted and ready to build a better relationship with food, build a better mindset as it relates to food. The moment I realized that my relationship with food was changing was when I got really sad because I couldn't eat how I wanted to, especially over Christmas. I followed the diet plan to the T, so I was able to get readjusted and also realize when I'm full. Realize what that feels like. Realize that, okay, I just swallowed that bite and now I'm starting to feel full. Understanding the difference between being satisfied and being stuffed. I don't feel like I'm a foodie anymore. I don't look at food the same. I don't think about food the same. I don't wake up thinking about food anymore. I don't get excited about food anymore. Going out to get something nice to eat, trying a new restaurant, that's something that me and Melissa enjoy. We enjoy doing. We enjoy going out, trying new restaurants, trying new food, trying new cuisines. I don't feel fulfilled by that anymore. Honestly, right now, I eat just because I have to eat. I eat to live. I don't live to eat. And that's honestly what I wanted from this. That's what I wanted from this procedure. I wanted to completely change my relationship with food. 27 pounds down and I'm feeling great. I'm loving the changes. I'm loving how I'm looking. I'm loving how I can start to see my face again, especially on camera. And I just want you to know that weight loss procedures is not for everybody, nor should it be for everybody. It's for people who feel like they are at their wits' end. They need additional support. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to want help, even when it comes to weight loss. So 27 pounds down and I'm so happy. And I just wanted to give you guys 5 things that I've learned, 5 things that I've experienced since doing this procedure, since going on this journey. Just in case you're someone who is considering this weight loss procedure, maybe these things could answer a few questions that you may have. Big disclaimer, I just want to mention that results vary. The entire process really does depend on you. You are the mastermind behind the type of results you will have. So my results or what I went through or my experience may not be yours. So just keep that in mind. Which brings me to the first thing, recovery will also vary. The doctor's office, they said that the average time of recovery is around 1 to 2 days. For me, I'd say it's more 3 days. It was not until the 3rd day mark I was able to fully get up, walk around, and be my regular self. The second thing is you're gonna need support. you absolutely are going to need someone to help you through the first 2 days of post-op. The first 2 days of post-op for me was definitely way more than uncomfortable, and I wouldn't necessarily call it discomfort. It was absolutely, I needed the help. The only thing I could do was lay down. I can't really explain what the discomfort or the pain, because it's not really pain, but it is kind of pain. I don't know. There's nothing to really compare the feeling to, but the only thing I could do was lay down. Getting up was a problem. Laying back down was a problem. Sitting on the toilet was really, really hard. Taking a shower was really, really hard. I needed assistance. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, or you're thinking about doing it, or you know someone, or whatever it may be, just know for the first 2 days, you are going to need support. The next thing that I want to mention is bowel movements. Because after the procedure, you're going to be on a liquid diet for first week, thicker liquids for the second week, soft foods for the third week. Because of the diet plan that you're given after the procedure, you're probably not going to have a bowel movement for a week and a half. The next thing that I want to mention is feeling like you don't have a lot of energy. That happened to me. I've had scenarios like that where I just felt just a big lack of energy. I wanted to start working out again. I wanted to start getting back into the gym, getting my steps in to burn calories, and I quickly realized that that wasn't going to be something that I was capable of doing so soon. Now, after a month, I find that I can work out. I can get on my at-home stepper and do my steps. I can do, little at-home workouts, stuff like that. Eventually, I'm going to get back into the gym to start lifting weights and stuff like that so I can build and tone my muscles. But for the first month, do not feel pressure to start working out, or to start a workout routine, or to do anything extremely crazy. Sure, you can do some yoga, you can do stretches, you can do walks, stuff like that, something low impact. Another thing that I want to mention is being conscious of your water intake. Because my stomach is so small, I can't drink a regular glass of water all at once. That's what I used to do prior to the procedure to ensure that I was drinking water. You get a glass or a bottle of water and you just chug the whole thing. That's what I used to do. I am no longer able to do that. So walking around with a Stanley Cup or any sort of like water bottle, having it on me, having it around with me, whether I'm in bed, whether I'm on the couch, whether I'm in my closet doing my makeup, wherever I am, whether I'm going out, I always have my Stanley Cup filled with water. That way I'm constantly sipping water. It's pretty important to stay hydrated, because that can also result in having less energy because you're dehydrated. The last and final thing that I want to mention is you will drop weight fast. And that's the best part. That's why we're all here, right? That's the whole point of this procedure, is to lose weight. Within the first week, I dropped 11 pounds. When I went back for my 1 week post-op appointment, I lost 11 pounds. I really hope that I was able to fulfill the reason why you clicked on this video. I was able to answer some questions for you. If you had any questions, I really hope I was able to shed some light on the procedure if that is something that you're interested in. Special thanks to Dr. Batash for the support that they offer before, during, and after the procedure. Before I forget, if you decide to get this or any other procedure with Batash Weight Loss Center, be sure to tell them Naomi sent you, and be sure to mention Naomi 400 for $400 off the price of your procedure. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you do not miss whenever I post another video. And until next time, love you, bye.
Falling for you, I can't keep away.